Hello crafters, this is Jill Kennard and I am going to be sharing with you how to create a card like this. Mainly we're going to be focusing on this background here, and don't let it intimidate you because it's actually meant to be really relaxing. So this card was created from this pattern, and you'll notice that these two, they're not exactly the same. So this one's a little bit bigger, little bubbles, circles in different places. What you create once could turn out totally different the next time. It's based off of the fact that when I was young, I used to doodle, and that was back when phones had cords, and we were sitting on the floor by the phone or at the counter by the phone, and there was the phone book in print, and I doodled all over it. And then a few years ago, I found Zentangle, which is an actual method. You can see this, zentangle.com, method of meditative drawing. So Zen, meditation, tangle, the drawing. Created by Maria Thomas and Rick Roberts. She was a calligrapher and an artist, and he noticed when he went to interrupt her one day while she was working that she was like drawing and just in such a state of meditation, basically. And so from that, they created Zentangle. So I have done a few of these online, and I just really love it. They use these square pieces of paper that are kind of rough. You use just Sharpie marker, some type of fine liner pen, and again, it's just kind of you follow a pattern. You can make up your own pattern. A lot of times the space is divided into 4. Now we're not going to do that for our own for our artwork today. So we're starting out with just a white A2 card base, and we're going to place, and I just have a black Sharpie pen. Okay, I love these for writing. I write a lot of cards. I write a lot of cards to elderly and other people, and I really like these. So we're just going to place a dot in each corner. And again, I'm not measuring, I'm just kind of eyeballing. I'm kind of that eyeball type of person, have to say. This one has a little bit more of a border, this one less. Again, doesn't matter. Now, I'm not getting out a ruler. It doesn't have to be perfect, and it's not supposed to be. But I do find when I connect these dots, the best thing to do is just kind of pull my arm down, connect. Again, not perfect. Connect. And I know some of you OCD people out there are thinking, all right, are you serious? That's not right. I can't do that. Yeah, you can. Let it go. This is all about just being in the moment. Now, if you don't like that part up there, I actually kind of like that little curve. But if you don't, hide it somehow. Put it over here. I'm going to leave it right there. All right. So what I've created on this one mimics leaves. These could also be kind of like waves, so you don't have to make them leaves. Okay. So I'm just going to start somewhere here in the corner and just make this kind of like a teardrop shape. And add some more. Okay, not overthinking it. Now, I could start here and have one and just kind of imagine where it goes and bring it down. So, stopping at that border. Again, I'm going to imagine one is here and coming out like that. There's not a right or a wrong here. Just enjoy yourself. Some could be smaller. I'm going to put one here. Imagine that it goes out and around. Okay. Maybe I want one that's kind of lined down like that. Okay. So just continuing that pattern of making these designs, these shapes. And I'm going to continue up the side here because I want to be able to put this flower on there. And this is a flower, the zinnia. You could use any flower. Just maybe be mindful of how much space you want to cover with your design. Okay. So we're continuing that shape. And that went up a little further. I think I want to extend it out a little bit here. And again, this is not turning out the same as my other one. It's just kind of however your pen flows. All right, so that looks pretty good. I can always add some more in. Now, because I want these to kind of mimic leaves, I'm just going to make kind of a stroke mark there. Start at the bottom and kind of release as I go up. You could do this while you're watching TV, while you are, oh, let me give you a little bit more light there. My light is fading from my window. That's better. Okay. Do it as you're watching TV, while you're talking to someone on the phone, listening to some music. And you know what? It doesn't have to turn out to be anything. It can just be meditation. All right. So now let's see. I'm going to add this little stroke right there. Let's see. Do I want any more? I think I want one right here. It kind of goes behind this and comes out. There we go. All right. Now we're going to add, let me make sure you can see well enough. And let me turn this light up a little bit more, a little bit brighter. There we go. All right, now we got it. Okay, so now I'm going to add some of these bubbles. Okay, some will fit right in the space like that. Okay, some might not. So here I can fill in this space kind of like this, or make one fit. It's up to you. It really is so calming. At least I find it that way. To do all this doodle work, basically. I'm going to put one out here, one here. So just filling in these spaces in between your, basically like your leaves. Now this one, let's see, I think I'm going to go here, here, so relaxing to me. I hope it is to you. If you are doing this at home along with me, put on some music. Stop and have a sip of coffee. Maybe focus on your breathing. Oh, this was a little leaf I didn't finish. I think I need another one right there. And I actually like a few out right here. So I'm going to add those. Maybe another one sticking out right there. Oh, I could just get so carried away. I actually really love that big one. Well, maybe I'll add another bigger one right there. Okay, so there's our doodle. And now we're ready. We could just stop here and add, you could add a sentiment. I mean, right there, you've got a card. And it can be for teenagers, it can be for someone who doesn't like things as flowery. But I'm planning on adding my flower, and I want to add a little color. So my other one that I did here, I actually used colored pencils. This time, I think I'm going to use some markers. So I have the green field set here. And I'm going to keep this simple by just using one shade of marker. So I'm going to go with the, what shade is this? Forest Glades. And I'm going to use the side that is the brush tip. And I'm just going to come up. I'm actually just going to kind of go up one side. I don't really want to color the whole thing in, although I want to go right there by that border. And you could color this in as much as you'd like. You could use watercolors. That would be really cool. And relaxing watercolor pencils. Oh, maybe I'll do that on another one. I just think when these are finished, they look so personalized. So I mean, it's obvious that you put your time into it and your creative thinking into it. Oh, I'm finding a couple more. I need to go back and add that black too. You guys probably caught that as you're watching me. But again, just add some green here. I'm not worrying about shadows or any of that. I'm just really kind of watching what I'm doing and listening to my brush as it moves across the paper. All right, let's see this. I need one here. I need one here and here. All right, let's finish that up. Never remember which side is the brush tip. Also, this is my first ever video, so please give me grace. I am not a professional. You hear that? Swipe of the brush. So the sound of that swipe of the brush can just bring you back to the moment. All right. Now let's go to, I think I want to use a pink, maybe Pinkalicious. This is the Cherry Blossom set. And I'm going to use Pinkalicious to just color in part of these bubbles. Maybe all the way around, maybe not. Oh, there's a leaf I forgot to do. Now, if you want to color in the whole bubble, go right ahead. Again, no right or wrong. I think I'll do that one. If you made black sentiments for the prep challenge, then you will have sentiments to go on here already. I find black sentiments, when you do this black diddling, really enhances, brings out those lines. If you find your hand getting cramped or you're gripping too tight, then you're really kind of going, forgetting the purpose. So the purpose is mindfulness. I know if I would stop talking, you could be more mindful. So just turn your music up, maybe. There we go. Forgot that one. I think there was another one I forgot. Oh, right here. And again, you could color this whole thing. You just definitely don't have to follow my direction. All right. I could actually stop right there. That's really pretty. I really like that green and pink. And this one I filled in with the blue. No, I'm going to go ahead with the blue. So I have Glacier Caves set here. And I think I'll do Caribbean Sky. I don't think I want it too dark, but we'll see. Okay, for this one, I'm going to go with that other tip. And so you're just going to go here and fill in, color in anything, any of that background that's showing between where your bubbles are. I'll call them bubbles. I don't really know what they are. Oh, that's a pretty color, isn't it? So we're just coloring this all in. Be careful you're not holding your breath. Maybe just do some intentional breathing as we color. So a full inhale and a full exhale. I happen to be a yoga teacher on the side, so attending to the breath kind of comes naturally to me. But if we sit up straighter and then go ahead and inhale through our nose, filling up that belly, allowing our belly to expand, and then exhale through our nose. Boy, this is coming out kind of like Easter colors, isn't it? Which I am ready for spring and Easter. Oh, I need a little green right there. Okay, I'm finding myself wanting to speed up just because I know I'm doing this video, but I'm trying to just be slow and intentional. Kind of like an adult coloring book. Now, if you want to go ahead and fill the whole background with blue, or extend those leaves and bubbles out to fill up the whole frame, you go for it, whatever you feel inspired to do. Sometimes I have to remember less is more. All right, I'm going to stop there. what I'm tempted to do is just start drawing lines here and make a big zigzag line there, but nope, we're gonna stop. Okay, so that's our background. Now to create the flower, you can use any flower that you've prepped or any flower that you want to cut. I actually cut a zinnia from this zinnia layering die set, and I cut the smaller one because I didn't want a bigger one. And I am going to grab, I'm going to grab this silicone mat so I don't make a mess gluing. Oops, it's pink and it's going to match my flower. Hopefully it won't blend in too much. All right, so with the keyhole system, you're starting with number 1. That's number 2. Here's number 1, okay? So we're starting with number 1. And I just got some of this glue. So I'm eager to use that there. And I love that it doesn't squirt out too much. Match up that keyhole. Actually, if I put another color under this, it'll be easier for you to see. Okay, let me put this yellow in. There we go. And I purposely cut these bottom 2 layers in a little darker pink. I did not do any ink blending, which is rare. I like to do that. There's number 3 goes next. Just matching up that keyhole. And then number 4. There we go. You could use the petal shaper to shape these, but I'm just going to go ahead and add the center. So this center part to the flower has that matching keyhole as well. I used this really bright green because it really didn't matter what went under there. Because next, I'm going to add, see if I can match the sky up. There we go. I use kind of a sparkly green there. And then I made this in orange. I think the package suggested yellow, which was really pretty too, but I went with the orange. And let's see if I can match this guy up here. Does that go like that? I should be using the tweezers, huh? There we go. Yeah, so it leaves a little green peeking out. All right. Then I have the word smiles cut out. Oh, here it is. All right, I have the word smiles cut out from, I think it's the Timeless Sentiment Dies 2. Yes. Okay, so Timeless Sentiment Dies 2. I have the word smiles cut out. So I'm going to put that in my tweezers, turn it over, add some glue to the back. I love that you don't have to use a lot and it doesn't squeeze out all over. Okay, and I'm going to nestle this word smiles right down here on the line, on that border. And yes, I seem to have lost the little dot for my eye, but I could always use, it's probably around here somewhere on my black mat, but I also may just use a black enamel dot. And now my flower, fluff it up a bit, is going to go right there. So I can use just the same glue for my flower or foam tape. I'm just going to use the glue for right now and put it right there. I like it over the edge here of that frame. Just gives a little more interest. And you are finished. So I have this one with the markers, this one with, whoops, that's not, there you go. This one with the colored pencils, also using Gamsol would look pretty cool. Hope you enjoyed and spent some time just getting zen. I look forward to creating with you again. Bye-bye.